Hello, so we're starting a new reading vlog. I'm starting it right where the other. Oh, you scared me, girl. I'm starting this vlog right where the other one left off at. So we have to pick what we're going to read for this reading vlog. I have a long Libby list, so let's go through it. I already put some of them on my side table. There's a lot of books on here. So let's go shopping for books and then we can decide what we're gonna read first. Let's go. Okay, so I finally found all the books. Girl, it was a lot. Let me count to make sure I actually did find all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 10 books. Okay. So, I'm gonna put them in order of most likely to read to not most likely to read during this vlog, and then I'll show them to you. Okay, so here are all the books from most likely to not most likely to read, and let's show them to you. First, I have The Voyager. This is book 3 in the Outlander series. There's something in here. Oh, this person got it from Second and Charles. For how much? For $10, and I got it for I'm pretty sure $1. Love that. Then I have Gone Wolf. This is by Amber McBride. This is also, oh, is this not written in verse? Oh my god, this is the first book I would have ever read from her that's not written in verse, but it has mixed media elements. I love that. That's interesting. Then I have Temper by Nikki Drayden. This, I have no idea about anything. This is going to be my first Nikki Drayden as well, so that's interesting. Then I have Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. We love to see it. I got the second hand, as you can see. And this will be my first time reading Harry Potter. So here's this. Then I have The Counselors. Oh my god, it looks like I'm wearing it. Then I have The Counselors. For some reason, I just can't get myself to read this. But I love, for the most part, thrillers and or mysteries. So I'll probably enjoy this. I enjoy most. Then I have Hell Followed With Us, which I got from Norway. This sticker is from Norway. So I kind of want to try to take this off nicely and put this in my junk journal for memories. But here's this. No, nothing about it. I just know that people love some Andrew Joseph White. So here you go. Then I have Blood Air. I've borrowed this many a time. I've borrowed The Counselors many a time. I borrowed the next couple many a time. Maybe this is the time I'll read it. Maybe it's not. Then I have It Waits in the Forest. Borrowed this many times. It's not that long of a book. I don't know why I'm procrastinating, but it's like just a little bit over 300. Yeah, just a little bit. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Then I have Hidden Figures. The main reason is because it's nonfiction, but is it in the same format? It doesn't seem like it would be that long of a read. John F. Kennedy. Period. This is cute. It's less than 300 pages. Way less, because it's probably a lot of pictures and stuff. This might not be too bad to read. Here's this. And then we have Real Life. Don't know nothing. I just know that when I was on BookTube years and years ago, when did this book come out? Maybe everything before COVID feels like it was decades ago. Maybe, dang, this was during COVID. That's why it felt like decades ago. It's only been 6 years. People raved about this book. At least the people that I followed raved about this book. So I saw it and I had to get it. I've had it for, I would say less than a year, around a year. So this is on here. But again, I know nothing about what this is about. But also at the time, I was watching a lot of girlies who loved fiction, nonfiction, literary fiction stuff. So this is close to that. I'm probably not gonna enjoy it because those are not my genres. But here it is. Blew my head and heart off. Crazy. Do I recognize any of these names? No. That's not good. If these are authors, that's not good. Okay. Oh, we love a black man. Okay. So here we go. Here's all the options. And I'll talk to you when I start. one of the said options. These are all physical TBR books, and I would love to get at least half of them read, which I feel like I can. I feel like out of these, even though I put them in order, now that I look through a lot of them, the top 5 to get read would be Voyager, because now that I'm looking through it, Hidden Figures, I don't know, probably Harry Potter, It Waits in the Forest, and Gone Wolf are the top 5, I'm thinking. But this can change as well, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, bye. We were just talking a little bit earlier about books and the books I was going to be reading, and then guess what happened? Books came. So I'm going to give you a little book haul. I don't know if it's little per se, but it's little. Some of these books I was collecting over the month, February month and March month a little bit, and then this is a box that just came from, there's no sign. No sign anywhere? This just came from Book Outlet. So let's start off with the books that I was just collecting. This is Honey Witch. It's the special edition, the Fairy Loot special edition version. And this was my mom's. She liked it, but she didn't love it, so she didn't keep it. So I have it now. See if I like it. Then I got this from Ollie's for $3.99. And this is Blood of Troy, which is book 2 to Daughter of Sparta, which I really enjoyed. It was the last book I read of 2024. And I needed the rest. So here's boom. Now, let's get into the Book Outlet books. So, half of these, I don't want to say half, like 60% are books I haven't read, 40% are books I have read, and I just wanted to physically own. So, let's start with those first. First, I have Crow Bones. This is the spin-off series to The Others by Ann Bishop. I love Ann Bishop. I've read the Other series, which is a 5-book series. And then I read the Black Jewel Trilogy, which is obviously 3 books. And then she has a spin-off series, The World of the Others, which is a 3-book series. This is the 3rd book. I've read all 3, but I now own one of the 3, which is book 3. Then I have book 2 and book 3, the Hidden Legacy series by Ilona Andrews. This was the first Ilona Andrews series I read, and I really loved it. So I have books 2 and books 3, which I'm very happy about. I love Ilona Andrews. I've read the entirety of the Hidden Legacy series, including novellas. I've read the entirety of the Innkeeper Chronicles series, and I am like 3-ish books into the Kate Daniels series. That's not my fave. So I like these 2 more. Well, Hidden Legacy and Innkeeper Chronicles more. Then, if you've seen my other reading vlogs, I love Beverly Jenkins, and I've read and finished the entire Blessings series. So I decided to start collecting my own because I was borrowing all of them. And this is book 11. This is the Christmas book, but I wanted to start somewhere. So here's book 11. I need 1 through 10, and then I need 12. This is either 10 or 11. But I think it's 11. And then I have Thunderhead and The Toll, which is books 2 and 3. 2 and 3? 2 and 3. It's 2 and 3. Of the, what is this series called? Is it called the Scythe series? But this is, I own book 1. I own book 1 and I read the rest from the library. I loved them. And I really want to reread them so I can annotate them. And when I would go to secondhand bookstores, they had them. Sometimes they had the glossy versions, and I didn't have the glossy cover versions. I had the matte textured cover versions, so I wanted them all to look the same. But even when they were at secondhand bookstores, they were so expensive. So I was like, I'll wait. So I had them, and they actually came. I was nervous because I'm buying them online. I didn't know if they were going to come in a glossy or textured, and they came in textured, so that's great. Now, the rest of these books are books that I didn't read already, but a lot of them are book 2s to series that I own or have read. So first we have Heavenly Tyrant, which I've read book 1. I loved Iron Widow. I loved it so much. I've been waiting for this to become paperback, but it hasn't. And watch, right after I buy it, it becomes paperback, like things always do. But I loved Iron Widow, so now I'm going to have to reread Iron Widow so I can read this, and I'm very excited. Then I have They Never Learn. I've been wanting to read this book for quite a while now, so I'm glad I have it, and I can read it. Then I have At the Fountain of Creation. This is book 2 as well, what is book 1 called? The Shadow of Fall. the Fall of the Shadow, I think it's called. I loved it. I gave that book 5 stars as well. It was amazing. And these are novellas, and they're top tier. And this is the second and last book in the novella series, so I'm very excited about that. I think it's the last one, but I think so. I think it's a duology. Then this hefty boy is The Hen Queen by Peter V. Brett. I read book 1, The Desert Prince, a couple years ago. Loved it. Loved it. If you want a video about like the best audiobooks ever, I got you. But just know The Desert Prince will be on there. Book 1. This cover frightens me. It looks nothing like the cover of book 1 that I have. But I know it's going to be a good book, so I don't even mind. Next I have She Is a Haunting. I just love this cover so much that I had to get it. It's so beautiful. I've been seeing it around Goodreads a lot, so I just wanted to get it. It looks good. Next I have this book, and I'm not going to say the name because I don't know how to pronounce it, but The Battle of, I'm going to try, Chakotay Delahaye. The Ballad of Chakotay Delahaye. I just love the look of it. It looks beautiful. It says about black pirates, and I was like, I love black people being in media that you usually see black people in. Even though a lot of pirates were black because they didn't have to be slaves. Okay, whatever. And lastly, I have The Blackbird Oracle. This is book 5 in the Discovery Witches. What is that series called? All Souls. It was supposed to be All Souls trilogy, but then it came out with a 3.5-ish, and then this one. But I'm gonna count as the 5th book. I don't know. I loved all 4 books. I loved Discovery Witches. I loved Shadow of Night, and then I loved Book of Life, and then I loved Times Convert. Is that what it's called? Or is it Times Covenant? Doesn't matter. And then this is taking place with their children. Oh my god, I'm excited. I'm very excited about this book. So those are all the books I have. I have to add them all to my spreadsheet on my computer. I have to add them all to my Goodreads physical TBR section. And I have to add them all to my Libby's physical TBR section to see if any of these books come with audiobooks from Libby, because that's less money for me to spend. I'm not gonna do that right now because I don't feel like it. I'll do the ones that I could do in bed, which is the Libby and Goodreads ones, but I'm gonna do those. I'm so excited. How many books is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 books added to my physical TBR. Well, not physical TBR, to my collection, but only, I don't know how many, added to my physical TBR. I like that I did it this way. Maybe if I have the urge to buy books, I'll always do it this way, where I buy books that I want to continue a series, or books I've read on Kindle or Libby that I just want to own. I love it. I love it. I love it. Also, I am uploading a YouTube video right now. This video doesn't come out to the 30th, the one that I'm uploading right now. But I was like, I have it in my computer. I might as well edit and upload it. So that's doing that right now. And yeah, I also did my calendar. Usually during a reading vlog, I show you my month's calendar, but there's not really much on it because I am kind of stunted in my ideas for my YouTube channel. I just know I love doing reading vlogs, so I do reading vlogs, but everything else, I don't know what's going on. So it's not much on there. I just have the dates and times for my reading sprints, my YouTube goal for this month, which is 265. Hope I get there. And then a couple YouTube video ideas, some that already happened because it's the 2nd week of March. That's all I have over there. So something really in it, because usually I put even like non-YouTube stuff on my calendar, but I'm just not, my brain is all frazzled and all over the place. But yeah, these are the books I need to add to all my charts. I also need to add these to my physical TBR charts. So, not physical TBR, my library charts. Because I think I'm close to 700 books that I own. Have fun. And yeah, maybe one of these clips I'll actually be reading something. Who knows? We'll see. Bye. So it is 1:55 a.m. and I just finished editing a video that goes up technically today now. It is the vlog that I am continuing from today. So it's my reading vlog. It's downloading to my computer right now. Then I gotta upload it to YouTube. And while it's uploading to YouTube, I'll make the thumbnail, do all the description stuff, and then I'm gonna turn off these lights and just lay down. I have some almond milk right here and some cookies. So I'm gonna eat cookies. I got 10% through Voyager before I started editing. I started editing around like 10:30. And I got 113 pages in. I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm having a good time with this one. I'm liking it more than I liked book 2. So that's good. But book 2 I gave a 4 stars, so I still really enjoyed it. But I'm liking this one a lot more than book 2. But this one is 1,000 pages, over 1,000 pages. So it's gonna take me a minute to get it. I'm thinking I'm gonna get it done in 3 days. So technically yesterday, that's when I started, which was an hour ago. 2 hours ago. Today and then tomorrow, I think I could finish it. Because I'm enjoying it a lot more than I was enjoying book 2. So I'll probably be more into reading it. But we'll see how that goes. So today's Thursday. And then tomorrow, technically tomorrow, I have my reading sprints. Those start at 5 p.m. Yeah, I'm just going to try to not sleep this late again. I haven't slept this late in a long time. But I did leave it to the wire to complete this. And that is on me, definitely. So yeah, I'm going to do the thumbnail right now, do the description stuff. So, well, no, not the description stuff, but do the thumbnail right now. So then when I finish downloading to my computer, I can just upload to YouTube, do the description stuff, and lay down until it's finished. Yeah, so I'll see you when I see you. Bye. Hello everyone. So it is 2:12 p.m. I'm having my first meal of the day, and I just got to part 6 of Voyager. 20% in part 6, 12 hours in, 31 hours to go. I just got to the part, if anybody's watched the show or has read the books, I hate the show, but I love the books. She just went back through the stones to find Jamie. And she'll be looking for a while, I'm pretty sure. I don't know yet. About to eat breakfast, watch TV. It was a crazy way to start the morning. You saw the rainstorm that happened. That was crazy. And it was like crazy. And it lasted for like 10 minutes at most. And then I helped my mom with her hair. And we just yapped and talked about social issues like we usually do for 3 hours a day. And oh, just got braider out. Wow. The sun loves black people. I hate the sun though. It be hot. Yeah, I'm about to eat, and girl, my body is in rigor mortis due to how late I was editing. I finished editing around 1 something a.m., but it didn't finish uploading to YouTube until like 3 or 4 a.m. So I was literally awake by sheer willpower. I woke up at 9 a.m. and I said, wow, my body hates me. And that's the latest I've ever left something for a video. And then mind you, I didn't even say a video was going to be coming out on Thursday, but I just like that that's the day. It's like, why it's spread enough away from a Monday video, and I just like that time, so I just made that my time to upload vlogs. But no one asked for that. I didn't even say I was going to upload vlogs this month, but I like uploading vlogs, and so I did it to do it, whatever. Today's Friday. No, today's Thursday. Today or tomorrow, I'm going to record the video that goes up on Monday so I can edit on tomorrow or Saturday. And then, yeah, I'm really enjoying Voyager. I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying it a lot when I enjoyed Dragonfly and Amber. I'm really enjoying this one. And I'm probably going to start another book today just because this is going to take me a minute and I want to not just be stalled into reading one book. So I'm probably going to start another book. I don't know if it's going to be a Kindle book. I don't know if it's going to be a physical TBR book. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be something. So yeah, I'll tell you when I get to that stuff. Okay, hello. So I think this is the most I got nothing done type of day I've had in a very long time. I hate to use the word unproductive because doing nothing is also productive, you know, but sometimes you just feel unproductive, and today was one of those days. I really honestly haven't moved. Usually I just sit back here just so I could record, or I'm doing other things, I just so happen to record while I'm sitting here. But today, honestly, I was indeed sitting here. And the thing is, I can't even say I was watching TV. For the most part, I was just reading this book and not knowing what to do with my time. I've been having very bad, like, brain foggy issues. Not brain fog, because that makes me think like I'm forgetting things, but like just brain, like my brain can't process things and it's not moving fast enough, in my opinion. But whatever. I have officially made it 50% through this book. I'm on chapter 36, page 543. This is a 1,000-page book. So, but I'm very much enjoying it. I'm having a good time with this one. I really like this book, and it's such a big thing because in book one, all the craziness happens, right? Like spoiler alert, she time travels through stones. She gets married. She tries to go back to the stones, and she ends up going to France. Then in book two, she's in France, gets pregnant, has a miscarriage, is dealing with her husband's Jamie in the book one is a bandit, and he gets assaulted and he gets tortured and he doesn't even want to live anymore. And then in book two, when they're in France, he's dealing with PTSD. They foster and low-key adopt a child. They go through a miscarriage together. She almost dies, and then he goes to battle and tells her to go back to the modern world while she's pregnant with their child that he has not met, because after the miscarriage, she didn't know if she'd get pregnant again. She got pregnant again and had to leave. And now we go to this book, which is 20 years later. And you see how life went for both of them. Well, you see how the life went for Jamie in those 20 years. And for her, it's more modern, so you don't really need to know. But in those 20 years, he's in isolation in a cave for 7 of those years. And then for a couple of those years, he's in prison in a disgusting place. And the people he becomes attached to, and he becomes their father figure and their leader, they are all brought to America to be indentured servants. And at this point, all people know about America is that it's a savage place, which it still is. So they're like, oh, so you're taking these men to be slaves, which is basically true. But for the whites, they did do indentured. They might actually be not slaves anymore, you know? Then he became like a mob boss criminal back in Scotland, and his sister doesn't even look at him the same way anymore, and his best friend never look at him the same anymore. And on the other hand, Claire went back, told Frank exactly what happened. Like, I time traveled, and he didn't believe her at first. He just thought like she ran away and she cheated on me. And then when her story was not changing, I think, and especially after her daughter was born, and she looked like a Scot birthed her, you know what I'm saying? Red hair, 6 feet tall child. Well, she's not 6 feet when she's popped out, but you know what I mean. The only reason he stayed with her was because he couldn't have children and he loved her like his own. And it was she wanted him to divorce her. Like she's like, I gave you every reason. So their entire marriage, so their entire 20 years, he was cheating on her, which she was like, I'm cheating on you emotionally, mentally, anyways. Can't really do much about it. They were loving to Brianna, their daughter. And on the day Frank died, they had an argument because she is a female doctor. It's the 60s/70s, so it's not the easiest thing. And so she had a very strong friendship with a black doctor because he was the only black person and she was the only woman in their class and in their field. So they grew a very close bond. So he automatically thought she was cheating on him, because he assumed that's what happened back then. It was kind of like she didn't really know if he believed the time travel story or not, which I don't know what I would believe. I don't know. So the night he died, he basically told her their daughter's around 18 now, and or no, she's whatever age when you're like about to finish college, and he basically tells her, I'm going back to England for a while because they're living in America now, in Boston. I'm going back to England for a while for a little business thing because he's a professor, and I'm taking Brianna with me. And she said, you're not taking my daughter. And they have an argument, and basically Claire says, so which woman, you must really love the woman that you're seeing now for you to want to move to London for her. And he's like, what are you talking about? She's like, I know you've been cheating. I know that there was at least 6 times or 6 different women. And he was like, so you knew this entire time for these 20 years and you didn't say nothing? She was like, well, you were being discreet if there was more than 6. So there's that. And she was like, you don't know how many times a woman has come to me and told me to leave you so that she could be with you. And he said, now, why didn't you tell me that? She said, because every time they said that, I told them, when he asked me for that divorce, I'll give it to him immediately. And you never asked for a divorce. And he did that whole thing that men who cheat do when he's like, basically, I wanted you to want me, to fight for me not to cheat on you. Pause. Anyways, so they have a whole argument, and a very destructive, like, breaks them both in a way argument. He's like, I need to leave this house. So he leaves. He's into a car crash. He doesn't come home, and she just thinks, oh, he's blowing off steam with one of his girly pops. She goes to work the next day at the hospital, and like one of the nurses comes in and is like, he's here, and he's dead. So that's what happened in those 20 years that they were apart. But throughout book 2 and this one, you see glimpses of Claire takes Brianna to Scotland, and she's like, kind of puts the subject like, hey, Frank was never your real father. And they're just searching for like, in through history for Jamie, so she could find him. And they finally found him like 20-ish% into this book. They found him and in history, and she went back. I don't know why she didn't go back with Brianna and Roger, because both Brianna and Roger is a historian who was helping them, who I won't spoil everything because he's a big part in a way as well. But both of them had like the spidey senses that you get when you're near the rocks that teleport you. So they could both teleport as well, I believe. So I don't know why they didn't all go, but also that's weird for 3 people to disappear from Modern World who were all together. So that might be the reason. They could keep why Claire's basically disappeared again better. So now she's in Scotland, but obviously 20 years later. So she came in like 1943 in book 1, and now we're like 20-ish years later. So that's where she is. And some destructive things just happened because I didn't even explain everything that happened to Jamie. And he went through a lot. He did a lot. Like his life, he thought his wife was gone and would never come back, and was living her best life with his baby and Frank. So he was like, so he moved on. Like he never really moved on from Claire. Like never ever. But he tried to resemble what a normal life would be like. It was just so interesting, and it's really really good. I'm really enjoying this book a lot more than book 2. I didn't. It was good, but like this one is eating real good. So I'm 50. 51% through, 51% through. I'm not gonna get more done tonight. 51%. It's about to be midnight. It's 11:44, and I didn't start another book, which I need to start doing. I need to start reading multiple books at once, whether that's Kindle, physical TBR, whatever. Because books that take this long for me to read, I plan on finishing this tomorrow. But books that take me this long to read, there should be other books that are smaller than this one in the mix of it all. But tomorrow I have reading sprints, so I will indeed, let me post a story on TikTok about that. I will indeed be reading this tomorrow anyways, but I plan on finishing it. That's 49%, and that's 20 something hours, 21 hours. But I read on a 2.8, so, or I listen on 2.8. So, don't know what that means, but there's that. And yeah, that's the book update for you. Haven't read anything else. I was supposed to. I didn't get to it. Again, I've just been in a daze for like a couple of hours. So yeah, there wasn't even much to update you on or anything. I put all my books into my Libby for my audiobooks and my Goodreads. And Goodreads just updated, so now they have a DNF shelf. So I kind of want to go through all the books that I've DNF'd in the past couple of years and put them in there. Because before I didn't have a DNF tag because it kept it on your want to read. And when I'm finished reading something or when I DNF something, so I'm not going to read it again, I don't want it to be in my want to read anymore. So I wasn't doing that. But now I can have a DNF shelf. That's fine. I just need to put them into my thingamabob for my tracker of all the books that I own. And I am going to watch Corinna. For some reason, it came up on my Instagram. I was scrolling and it looked really good, and I'm getting into watching TV and movies again. I'm a big YouTube girly. I used to watch TV and movies a lot more when I was younger, but for some reason it's mainly YouTube, and I also want to go back in time a little bit. So I was on Tubi, like when I was listening to like the last 10% that I listened to, I was on Tubi just adding things to my watch list because they have a lot of great stuff on Tubi and it's free. So I'm gonna be watching Corinna tonight, and I'll tell you how I like it. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna do tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully, I finish this tomorrow and I start another book or two. We'll get there. Okay, hello, I'm upstairs, and it is, I don't know what time it is actually. It's the next morning, so today is my reading sprint, so it's March 13th, and it is, I want a salad for breakfast, and I want a salad very bad. So I'm gonna fry some tofu, which I've never done. I'm gonna do it in the air fryer. I just saw a little recipe, which is not really a recipe, I wanted a technique to actually make it crunchy and crispy, because all the other things, it's not a recipe, you know? And I also want an iced espresso coffee, which I also will make. And I made the best iced one ever yesterday, because you know the one I made with like the protein milk, I had that down to a science and we ran out of it. So now I had to remake my science, and I think I did without the protein milk, and it's really good. So we're gonna start with the tofu because that has to cook the longest, obviously. So let's make some tofu, you guys. Oh, my dog's back. Alright, let's make some tofu. Okay, so it's the next morning, and I thought, first and foremost, I'd talk about the movie I watched last night. Why is it so difficult to take out? Oh, all that water. Uh-oh. I forgot I didn't squeeze it yet. But I just need to wipe that off. Okay, let me wipe it off first. Anyways, so I watched Corinna last night, and I really enjoyed it. I haven't watched many Whoopi Goldberg films, which is crazy, because I love Whoopi Goldberg from what I know about her, but it was really good. And you know, I didn't put, what's his name, Ray Lizoni? I forgot his name already, but I knew the name and I knew his face, but I didn't put them together. I just knew him as the guy who looks like he naturally wears eyeliner. But yeah, that's him. And I liked it. And the girl who plays the daughter, Molly, I love her because I watched her in Veronica Mars. so long ago. She plays Mac in Veronica Mars. And then I loved her in Grey's Anatomy. But she didn't stay on Grey's Anatomy for long. She was like a new intern. I think after Grey and Christina and them became residents. I think it happened after that. She came in. She was in the same group of people with, remember the black guy intern who got electrocuted because of Dr. Weber? I feel like she was in that batch, whatever batch that was. So yeah, that. I really enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was quite funny, cringy at points. It's good. And this just made me bring up the topic of, like, I'm missing it as if I watched it often. But I miss the time when movies were just made to be good movies. And not everything was supposed to be a blockbuster, and not everything was supposed to be an Oscar contender. Like, I feel like so many movies now that are Oscar contenders are boring. Even though, like, they might be saying something profound or have great cinematography or whatever, they're just boring. Or they feel like the length that they are. Like, when I watched Sinners, I loved Sinners. And it didn't feel like it was 2 hours long at all. And that's how you, but also, it wasn't made to be a Oscar contender. And the reason I know this is usually Oscar contenders come out late in the year, and that movie came out in like May-ish. I was one of the first people to see that movie, like before it got the hype. Mind you, the hype came like right after, but before people were talking about it, I was, you know, I had already watched it, and me and my mom were raving over it. But I'm putting all the tofu in here so I could give it its rightful seasoning. But I just think that I miss movies that were just supposed to be good or were just supposed to be fun, because so many things now are made to make $1 billion, and if they don't, they're upset about it. But it's like you put so much money into something that no one asked for in the first damn place, and then you're surprised when it doesn't make said money back, but you didn't even like market it well, or you didn't do whatever it well. So I've decided, like, last night, one of the main things I was doing, I was listening to the Outlander book, obviously, as I told you guys I was doing. I got to 50%, and for like the last like 10-15% of it, I was on Tubi adding books. I'm using white powder, black powder, cayenne pepper, garlic seasoning, garlic powder, and adobo. And then some soy sauce. That's for the seasoning part. And then the crispity part comes in with cornstarch and baking powder. We'll see how this works. But I went to Tubi because they had so many free movies, and I was looking for a free place to watch Karina, because it wasn't anywhere. And it's called Karina. There's two Karinas. I just was calling it one Karina. It's two Karinas. They have so many movies that are older on there, and that's the main reason that I was on there. And they have some very great 80s to 90s movies. So I was like, I'm gonna go back and watch a lot of these movies that I've never watched before, and I haven't thought about, or I've heard of but never took the chance to watch. I'm gonna watch them. So it might be a slow process, but I've already made a notes app of all the TV shows and movies that I've finished this year, and it's not many. I finished season 1, because that's all that's out fully yet, of The Hunting Party. I watched Mantis, which is like movie 2 to Kill Bong Soon, which I really enjoyed. Book 1. I didn't enjoy movie 2 as much, but that, and then I just finished Karina. And honestly, that's more than I did last year, to be honest. Last year, I feel like I started good and I just ended bad, because I started like watching like Companion and the Woman in the Yard, and all of those. And then Sinners was like the last one I went to the movie theaters for, and then after that I didn't go to the movie theaters because I didn't find anything else that interesting, or I was like, ooh, that sounds interesting, and then immediately I was like, I don't know about that. So now we're gonna put some. Should I put this in a Ziploc bag? Probably I should put this in a Ziploc bag. But I'm not going to. So I'm gonna put cornstarch in here. Cornstarch and a little bit of baking powder. This is a new one. There we go. Okay. And we're gonna mix. And I do know how to cook, but I just don't know how to cook things that aren't meat. I haven't perfected those things yet. But I'm about to see if they work. Also, I was just lazy, so I should have put this in a bowl, and I didn't. So I just grabbed the first glassware I saw, and it was this Pyrex. I'm gonna transfer this to a bowl. Anyways, the next thing I wanted to watch, I'm still in the middle of Closer with, doesn't matter who it's with, it's Closer. I'm still in the middle of Closer, but next, I kind of want to watch multiple TV shows at the same time, just the way that I need to start reading multiple books at the same time. And the show I kind of want to start is Hawthorne with Jada Pinkett Smith. It's like 3 seasons. It's a doctor show, but honestly, it's from like the technical side of it, I believe. Like, she's the person who in every doctor show everybody hates because she's the one who's in charge of like money and stuff, I'm pretty sure. But that looks pretty good, actually. So they said spray down the air fryer, put this in there. After 10 minutes, shake it up, spray it again. So we're gonna do that. So we're gonna spray. We're gonna add probably this half of this. All right, add it around half. And then we're gonna spray it again. And that's gonna go in there for 10 minutes, shake another 10 minutes on 400. Okay, so that's in the air fryer for another 9 minutes. I did start boiling water while I was talking. Before I start talking to you guys, for some boiled eggs. And I'm just heating up the kettle for my little espresso. It's instant espresso because I have regular espresso that I usually use, but I think I like instant better. So I'm heating up some water for instant espresso. I don't need that much, so it's not gonna take that long. And I'm gonna make my iced coffee, my iconic only to me iced coffee. And yeah, I talked about the movies as much as I really wanted to, but yeah, I just had those thoughts in my head. I know during the sprints, I'm gonna be reading Outlander. I'll probably read a little bit before the sprints as well, because I kind of want to finish it today. And reading 50% only during the sprints wouldn't happen. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna read or watch or do whatever yet. I do want to start another book. I just don't know which book I'm gonna start. It's just I don't know. So I might just start a book. Just start a book. You know, we'll see. But yeah, I'll come back when it's ready to make my drink. Actually, let's start it now since we're all here. Let's do it. What you need to add to this cup is honey, 1, 2, 3, a buttload of cinnamon. I like a lot of cinnamon. And a generous scoop of brown sugar. That's generous. Maybe a little more because I want to be extra generous today. Because I'm not having sugar with my breakfast. This is the only sugar in my breakfast. Then you add a heaping spoonful of espresso. That's enough. Hopefully. Who knows? I'll add a little more just for oomph. Okay. And now we pour hot water over it. Not a lot. Around 6 ounces. Sure. And then we mix. You can do espresso with not so hot milk, but because I have sugar and honey and cinnamon, I just like to try to dissolve everything with warm water, warm to hot water. But yeah, so let's make the actual cup first. Sometimes I add syrup, sometimes I don't. The way I make it, usually I don't need to add syrup, but let's try now. First, you have your cup here. Let's get some ice. Here's some ice. I forgot the most important step was to drizzle this first. I didn't drizzle it. This is caramel. So I'll just drizzle it now. But drizzle it before. But it doesn't matter. Like, you know, make it cute on the outside. Then almond milk. I used to use I don't really like silk like that. I used to use like the Walmart brand milk or the Sam's Club brand milk, but they've been doing nonsense. So here's the milk, and we're gonna add, this is from Sam's Club, as you can tell. We're gonna add a little bit. This is caramel macchiato, just a little bit. Right, exactly. And that's the base. That's basically it. And now we add our espresso. I haven't gotten the exact measurements right because this is my second time making it. Yesterday was the first time making it, and it tasted delightful. So this is because it's also my second time making it with instant coffee. So let's pour the espresso. Period. Nothing in the bottom left because I used warm. And now let's mix. Oh my God, look at her. And I like my coffee to taste like coffee. She's a little darker than usual. I think I put more water in the espresso than usual. But let's see how she tastes. She might need some more of something. Oh. I like that. I think it needs more creamer. Cause I think I put more yesterday. Okay. Let's try to mix it now. Cause yesterday I didn't add any syrups and it tasted very well. Very good. Let's taste. Yep, that did it. It has this nutty flavor to it. I don't know how to explain it. Oh yeah, I ate. Oh, okay. I'm amazing at what I do. So here's the coffee recipe. You need to try it. It's delicious. Bye. I just mixed up the tofu, so it's in there for the last 10 minutes. So I put the eggs into the pot, and so here's all the ingredients to the salad. We have ranch, buffalo sauce, pepitas, which are like sunflower seeds. These are pickled red onions. We have cheese. What cheese is this? Asiago Parmesan cheese. We have crispy onions. We have spring mix right here. And then we're missing the tofu and the egg. And that is all the ingredients, if I'm getting it correct, to my salad. Everything's completed for my salad, except for the eggs. I'm just too nervous to take them out too early. I do not want a Jimmy egg for my salad. So technically they should be done. I'm gonna leave them in for another minute or two. Because I don't care if they're a little too hard-boiled. I really don't care. Let me show you my salad. It's a lot of beige going on. This is everything without the egg because the egg is still boiling. We have a bed of spring lettuce. I put the buffalo and ranch sauce underneath everything. Then I have my tofu bites. These actually taste pretty good. Not as crunchy as I would like. But I actually did season that well. All of these pickled onions. And they have pickled peppers with them as well. It took me 15 minutes to open that jar. So much so that I didn't open it and I had to go to TikTok and be like, jar opening hacks. And the first one I pressed worked. You squeeze the sides. Hey, men are useful for something. But it's that black man that I like who always whispers, so I don't mind. Then I have pepitas sprinkled all on top. Fried onions. Asiago cheese. And now I'm just waiting on my egg. And two of them cracked while they were in the pot. Mind you, I put them in with a ladle. That'd be pissing me off. I'm not going to show you this salad again probably. So just imagine this with an egg. And it was delicious. I could just tell. Alright. I've spent so much time in this kitchen talking to y'all. But period. So what? It was delicious, I'm pretty sure. Bye. So, hello. It is 12:06 a.m. It is March 14th, so it's technically, March 14th the next day. But I finished Voyager with 5 minutes to spare before the next day. So I technically I finished at 11:55. So I read a little bit during the day before my live stream, right? Which was at 5 p.m. I read a little bit, so I got from like 50, I read around 10%, right? So I was 60% through. 60% through. On stream, read, and on stream I got went from 60 to 70, no, 75 or 80, like 75 to 80% through. And then for the next 4 hours, technically, from until 9, 10, 11 to almost 12, I was reading nonstop, and I finished the book. And honestly, I think this is my favorite out of the series so far. It's neck and neck with Outlander, if it's not first. I gave this one a 5-star. There was a point while I was on live where I did zone out, and it was because it wasn't because the book was bad, but it's because I was doing something I shouldn't have been doing, which was I was on my phone. And when I'm on my phone and listening to something, zone it out. So that was on me. But it didn't happen. It was like 15 minutes, but it's a lot of time in a book, It was really good. I really enjoyed it. 5 stars. I really like it. At the end, they're in a new place, and honestly, this book made me want to watch season 3, which is what this book is based off of. What season 3 is based off of is this book, but I'm not gonna put myself through that. I really don't want to. I might just watch certain episodes, because by reading the synopsis, I know what chapter that is. I might just do that, but I'm also might not. But yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. We got food delivered, but I didn't eat it or finish it. Tomorrow, I have all the books in the world to read. I might give these all back. I might start them all. I might start none of them and start some Kindle books. I don't know. But I've read or tried to read 5 physical TBR books this month so far, which is great because my goal is 10 a month. So I have 5 more to read, which is not bad at all. I do wish I had simpler and easier books on there, but because of the book haul that I just received, that could be arranged, because some of the books I got from my book haul I really want to read, so it might be easier than I think it will. Also, sometimes rereads get me into that mood, so maybe it's time to reread again. I don't know. I just think it's going to be a slow year for me, like a very slow year. This is going to be my slowest year since, sounds like 2020, honestly. I think 2020 was my slowest reading year because I was in a book club with my high school in 2020, and then everything got shut down, so I stopped reading for like half the year, and then I don't even think I had Goodreads then. And then later, 2020 and early 2021, I started reading again heavily. This is a very slow year for me so far. And for a lot of other people, it might not be as slow. It might be honestly fast compared to others, but for me, it's very slow. So reading is reading, and as long as I read, that's all that matters. I'm not gonna put too much pressure on myself. And yeah, I'm going to say goodnight to you guys, get ready for bed, and yeah, because it's midnight. It's over midnight, so I'm gonna go. Bye. Alright, hello everyone. I have a lot to update you on. So, the last time I updated you was when I finished Voyager, which was the 12th or the 13th. And then, if it was the 13th, it was the 13th, right? Yesterday was the 14th. And I didn't read anything for most of the day. And then me and my mom, we started watching more of The Walking Dead. She hates season 9. It's her least favorite season so far. Later that day, I started reading The Kingmaker by Kennedy Ryan. I started around like 10-ish p.m. and I finished around 1 a.m. I finished it all in one sitting. I hated it with a passion. I read it for Reading Space and Chai Tips Book Club, and she will be bringing me on a live so we can discuss it and talk about it. A TikTok live, I believe. And so if you want to be there for that, maybe this video will be out by that time. I don't know. But I'm going to tear that book to pieces. I hated that book with a passion. I did not like it. And that will be my first and last Kennedy Ryan book. Here's the thing. I want to say this one thing and this one thing alone. I do not like I enjoy interracial romances. But what I do not like in interracial romances is the person of color. Say if it's like whatever person of color and a white person. I do not like it that the person of color has to teach the white person how to not be evil, how to have empathy for others. I do not like that whatsoever. So this story is a Native American woman. I don't even know if that's the politically correct term. I don't know what Native American people like to be called, but I'm just gonna say Native American woman and a white man. And for her to have to teach this man why Native people deserve land and rights is crazy. And for him to think global warming is worse than women, 1 in every 2, so that's half of Native Americans being sexually assaulted and going missing. Honestly, and truthfully and wholeheartedly, don't piss me off. And that's just one of the bullet points. I wrote an essay. I put it in bullet point format of everything I hated about the book with the chapter it came in. Candy Ryan has a pattern of making books like that, and I find that kind of gross. And I don't know what race and ethnicity she is. She presents as like a brown woman. So like brown could be a black person, a Hispanic person, a Native American person. So even and also an Asian person. So I don't know what race and ethnicity she is, right? But she looks black. But she does this a lot. Because this book, Native American woman, white man. Her other book series, white woman, black man. And he had to teach her how police treat black people. No. And then no. And then in Before I Let Go, that is 2 black people, but that was not a romance. This woman has a miscarriage in y'all restaurant, and you find your new girlfriend in the same place where she lost y'all child. Don't piss me off. She has a pattern of making trauma romances and race things, and I don't like it. And I'm over it, and I'm pissed off about it. Anyways, then I woke up at 9, went outside basically straight away, and got to gardening. So I pruned the peach tree. I set up the flower bed. I planted some tomatoes. I planted basil, rosemary, cilantro, peppermint. Raked up some leaves. Yeah, and planted some wildflowers, marigolds, and zinnias. I don't remember the name. I did all that. Right now, I am washing my bedding and my clothes. I took a shower. I just recorded the YouTube video that's going up about older fantasy. And now I'm about to go edit it. But I wanted to update you guys because I haven't updated you guys. And then I'm going to start a book. I just don't know what book I'm going to start. So we'll see about that. Yeah. And I'm also probably going to record a book haul for TikTok and YouTube Shorts. So I can finally put these books away. Because I'm over it. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And girl, I'm tired. That book really angered me. Hold on. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you the notes I took. These are the notes that I took about the book. I was pissed off. Let me tell you. I was pissed off. It just angered me. There were so many small things. But also, I don't feel like I would be this angry about this book if I had read this earlier in my reading career. And by that, I mean before I knew, like, specifically what I like, right? I don't like to read books about races that the author is not. So I don't like to read about a black person written by a white person. I don't like to read about a Native person written by a non-Native person. I have 2 Native American books on my shelves, and both were written by a Native American woman. Obviously, there's books where the side characters are people of color. That's different. But when the main character is a race that the author is not, you can tell, especially when you're that said race. I can tell when a non-black person is writing a black person. And I can't tell with this Native stuff because I'm not Native, and I don't know if Candy Ryan is Native. I just think I didn't like this book. But I don't like that. I also don't like, I don't usually read interracial between native and white because I haven't come across a person who wrote it who was native. I usually just read black woman, white man because I know a black woman is going to write a black woman correctly. And it's just, it is what it is, right? But also, there's certain tropes I don't like. There's certain things I don't like anymore. And obviously, I'm reading this for a book club, so it wasn't mine to choose, but like at the same time, it was mine to choose because we voted for this. But I don't remember if I voted for this one or not. I really don't. But yeah, it upset me, and so far I'm the only one who has put stuff in the Fable group chat. Someone else from the group chat had already read it years ago, so they won't be adding anything to it. But upsetting, very upsetting. I'm going to go edit my video now and then finish my laundry, make my bed with clean laundry, which I have bedding now. I can make my bed now with different bedding. I just don't feel like it. So yeah, I'm gonna go edit and upload this video for tomorrow, and then we'll see what I get up to after that. All right, bye. Hello, it's a day later. I told you guys I was gonna start reading. I didn't. And then this is the next day after that when I said, oh, I'll read. I didn't read anything. But then I was up for so long till like 3 a.m. So I was like, I could try to start something, but my brain was all over the place because I was up at 3 a.m. Here's what I figured out. At 3 a.m., I started reading Minion by L.A. Banks. I'm a chapter through. I read like the prologue and excerpt. What was it? What did I read? I read The Legend. I didn't even start chapter 1 yet. But it was 20 pages long, so I was like, okay. So I started that, and then I was looking around my room, so I was up at 3 a.m. And I found this. This is the first book I bought in Norway, and it's called A Shining by John Fosse. It's so thin. It's less than 50 pages, I believe, or 50 pages, let me see. 46 pages. So I thought I would start the morning reading this and getting another book checked off, but also reading the first book that I ever bought out of the country. I bought 3 books in Norway, and yeah, let's read this. And it says right here on the sticker, winner of the Nobel Prize in Literature. It says lovely. So let's read this. Okay, so I finished A Shining. I don't know what this was, to be honest. It's less than 50 pages. It's very back and forth. I think it's an allegory on depression and ending your life. And it seems like also this man has ADHD, but who knows? Because I don't really know what happened, what's going on. The entire time I was just like, he's depressed. So that's the entire thing. I was just thinking like, he's depressed and he doesn't understand why he can't pull himself out of depression. And that's how I took it. I don't know if that's what's right or wrong or whatever, but that's that book. I think I would give it, if I rated it a 3. I was listening and reading and I was just like, I don't know what's going on here. I don't recommend the free audiobook on YouTube though, because it has like a AIE feel to it, I think, robotic feel to it. But I read it. It's another book done. It's my first book from Norway that I've read. So yeah, I also started, like I told you, Minion. I haven't continued it yet, but we'll see. It's been raining since like 3 a.m. and it thundered before it even started raining. It thundered for like 5 minutes straight. Just thunder, just crackling thunder. Maybe lightning, but it wasn't near me. And it sounded like houses falling from the sky. And then it just started raining, and it hasn't let up since. And it's almost 2 p.m. I think. It's 1:16. So from like 4 a.m. to 1:16, it's been raining nonstop, which is lovely. I just planted some stuff yesterday, so now it's getting watered. I don't have to water today. Probably not tomorrow either. That's all I did today, because I woke up at 12 because I went to sleep at 3. But I'm gonna go upstairs, do some stuff, and then we'll see what I get up to. I might buy the audiobook for Minion because I'm tired of reading it. But it was difficult just to read those 20 pages. And I think it's because it was 3 a.m. I'm gonna keep on saying it. It was indeed 3 a.m.
Says y'all done talking to both of them using a plural pronoun. Eddie says, what are you looking at? And the guy says, we don't get your type around here often. Continuing to use your in the plural sense about fucking Eddie. Because then Eddie immediately says, what do you mean our type? Which means communicating that like Eddie knows like what this guy was trying to say. He's trying to say like, you're gay and we don't get you around here a lot. And then the guy goes on to call Eddie a princess and Eddie says, oh, I'll show you a princess. And
Hello everyone, I'm back from all the places I went today. So first I went to Walgreens, then Dollar Tree, then the library, then the nursery, the plant nursery, then the hair store, and then I got a package in the mail. More books. So let's start with the books because they're right here. I got 4 books. I got book 2 to It's Elementary, which is The Game is Afoot, which I'm very excited about. And then I got books 8, 9, and 10. I think this is 8, which is The Last Orphan. This is 9, Lone Wolf. And then this is 10, Nemesis, I believe. So I got all 4 of those books. I went to the hair store and I got a new wig and I tried it on and I really like it. Should I try it on for you guys? I'll try it on in a second. Hold on. I also got conditioner because I needed some conditioner. I got a nail brush for under my nails because I do have long nails now. So, but my real nails, like the in between, sometimes gets a little dirty and I can't get it with just like regular washing my hands. So this comes in handy. I got a new mascara because I've been wearing more makeup, but I've had the same mascara forever. And then I got 3 new lip liners because I'm a lip liner girly, but I don't have dark enough lip liners. So I got 3 different shades of darker colors. I got like 2 like dark browns to like closer to black, and then I got like a purpley plum color. So I'll try these out. And I also got a plant. I got a fern. This is a lemon button fern, but I also got a key lime tree and a lemon tree. What lemon was it? It starts with an M. M lemon tree. They also had a pink lemon tree. I didn't get that one, but I got a regular lemon tree. Should I try on the wig for you guys? Let's try it on. Hold on. Here's what it looks like. I literally just popped this on, so I can't even really see what it looks like. But I'm gonna curl it so it's giving Farrah Fawcett. But I can't tell what it looks like from here, to be honest. But I like it. I think this is the hair color I was meant to have. But, yeah. I can't tell. I could see the length of it from here, but I can't tell anything else. So hopefully it looks good. Hopefully it looks good. Does it? I don't know. But that's all I got. And yeah, I'm hot. I'm tired. Oh, and I got some stuff from Dollar Tree. Obviously, it was mainly like there was lemon plates and cups and things. So we got that, and we got a little bee jingle bell for outside, like a wind charger bell thing. So what I'm gonna do for the rest of the night is, the rest of the day, is wash off this makeup, and then I'm gonna finish Minion today. I got the audiobook from Audible, so I'm gonna finish that, and then keep it pushing. And after that, I'm gonna start whichever book I want to on Libby. I borrowed some more. Maybe I'll tell you about those later. But yeah, I like this a lot. I'm gonna Farrah Fawcett it up. You understand me? Farrah Fawcett it. All right, bye. I'm still listening to the book, but I just wanted to say, because I'm tearing up all the way through this book, he just said a line being like, I've never had a lawyer who has wanted to see me free. And that broke me a little bit, but yeah. Okay, so I'm done with the book. I'm going to return it early. Return. I finished. Woo. Let's get our flowers. Also, they're mowing the lawn outside, so my bad. But I finished Dear Justice, and it was beautiful. Oh, let me tell you this. Last night, I finished Minion by L.A. Banks. I would give it a 3-star. It wasn't what I expected. I kind of wanted more in a way, but I have books 2 through 8, so the more is in those books. But I gave it a 3-star. It wasn't as great as I expected it to be, but also I gave Moon Called like a 3 or a 3.5 when I read it the first time. You guys know I love Patricia Briggs. You know I love the Marcia Thompson series. So that doesn't mean anything. But I finished Dear Justice, and I've been putting this off for like 2 years because I got it for Christmas like 2 years ago. After I read Dear Martin, and everybody saw my reaction to that, like people around me, and how visceral it was. My mom got me book 2, and I was putting it off because I was scared I was gonna like break down like I did when I read Dear Martin. And I didn't break down the same way. It's like a different sadness and different reason for crying. Oh my god, just thinking about it, I'm tearing up. But the reason that I'm tearing up, because this focuses on systemic racism and how it's embedded in our government and anything that people are a part of. Like the school to prison pipeline is very real, and there were so many lines where it's just like, I never even got the chance to grow. And it's like, it's so upsetting. And when I was reading the acknowledgments, the thing an author said in there was, the most fictional part of this book is the support that he had. And that like broke me more than anything, because Black people are known for community, but Black people are also known for pride. And there is so many issues with every community ever. But the foster care system, the school system, the prison system are all so horrible for Black people. And I hated his mother in this book. I hated her with a passion. And that's something that didn't get resolved in this book, in my opinion. That is so realistic that it wouldn't get resolved. And it's so upsetting, because he said it is when you have family and your family doesn't believe you, or they don't see the greatness in you, that's your first break, your first heartbreak. And he got a good grade on a test, and his teacher who believed in him was on pregnancy leave, so they had like a substitute, and the substitute thought he cheated or off the white boy next to him, and his mother believed them. He got a 98, and his mother believed that he cheated, and then she threatened him with an abusive father figure. It's like, she was a horrible woman, even towards the end. Oh, she was a horrible woman. But there are so many mothers out there like that, not just black, but just out there like that, who they fell short in the system of the government, the school, the whatever. They didn't have anybody helping them, and they had children and made sure no one was helping their children as well. And I find that sad and depressing. This book was a 5 stars. It was really amazing. It was really beautiful. It's too realistic, and I think that was the problem with Dear Martin, and that's the problem with this one. They're just so realistic, and that's why I didn't really want to read the rest of them, because they're too hard-hitting sometimes, and they're too sad, and they're too realistic, and I want the world to change, and I want the world to be better, and I want boys like this to have a chance to grow, because he had so much going for him, but everything was punching him down, whether it was librarians or teachers or parents or cops or shop owners. And that's the thing. His first offense was stealing a deck of cards from a corner store. And as much as I understand why a business owner, especially if you're not part of a conglomerate, would want to call the cops on a child who stole something. It's a deck of cards. He gave it back. And no one ever thinks about what happens to the child afterwards. You called the cops over a deck of cards, and you saw in your store a 12-year-old child getting roughed up as if he had bags of cocaine in his hand, as if he just shot somebody. And you're like, yep, the punishment fits the crime. And it doesn't. He was in juvenile detention, and a boy there killed his father, stabbed him multiple times brutally. And he got 60 days. And then he was moved to a low security juvenile thing, and then he was let go. And he stole. And the brown and black boys in the school, in the detention center, got months and years. And that all happens. It's all true. And then in the author's note, she said that some boys who read her book, Dear Martin, was like, it was a good book. It was a great book. But most people aren't like Justice, which is the main character of book 1. We don't have a good enough parents and affluent. We don't go to an affluent school. Most of the boys are like him. They don't have anybody in their corner helping them. And that's the thing. There's so many people out there in the world who are so privileged, and they say, well, I didn't have any help. He didn't have anybody. He didn't have parents. He didn't have a teacher, a librarian, anything. There were so many different times in my life where I had somebody, and I have a very privileged life compared to someone like him. But I always had my mom on my side, always. I had a favorite librarian when I was in high school. I had people, and I didn't grow up in a system where people didn't see the good in me, and he did, and it's so upsetting and it's so sad. And I was thinking about this the other day, and some of the most racist, horrible people in America specifically are white teachers who work in black schools, and it's a crazy thing. It's just so sad to see that this is so realistic, and I know there's so many organizations trying to help people like him and get other prisoners off, and and again, that's the thing that was the most fantastical about this book, is the support he had. Oh my gosh. Okay, I've been talking for almost 10 minutes. It's getting a 5 star, obviously. I'm just sad. But we can all do something with our sadness. Help. I don't know how I'm gonna help, but but you can always do something with this sadness. This book pissed me off. 5 stars. I don't know. What else did I expect, to be honest? I love Dick Stone. Alright, I need to take a nap. Bye. Hello, so it's hours later. I took a little nap, and now I need to clean our room. And I made dinner, but I'm not eating it yet. And I need to clean my room. My dog is just walking on stuff. I have 2 piles of laundry that need to be put away. I'm so lazy. I still have pillowcases on my, like pillows on my bed that don't have pillowcases on them because they're in this pile of laundry. I need to clean up my book because I made some videos. I need to clean up the books from said videos. And I need to find my phone. The last time I saw my phone was when I was talking to you guys and I gave back Dear Justice, and I haven't seen it since, and I think it's because I'm going to hoopla. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to watch YouTube while I clean my room, and then I'll be back. Bye-bye. Hello. So, I didn't read yesterday, but I was up for a very long time yesterday. I was up until, this is what I was looking for, my remote. I was up until 3 a.m. So I decided, since I was up until 3 a.m. anyways, I might as well read some books that I had on hold on Lofi. So I started Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, and I finished Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone like 30 minutes ago. I'm gonna give it a 4-star. It was really good. It was entertaining. It was quite short. For some reason, I just guess because the movies are long, I expect the book to be longer. But I own books 1 through 3, and none of them are that big, to be honest. So here's that. And then I started Twisted Love because I also had this available, and so I borrowed it a while ago. So I've been holding on to it for a while. At 3 a.m. I read 50 pages of each, or until the next chapter finished, over 50 pages or whatever. And then I put them down, and then I'm just gonna pick them back up today. I'm gonna be reading this during my reading sprints today. I have around 250 pages left. Let's see if that's correct. A little bit over 250 pages, like 280-ish pages left. I don't know. Of this, I hope to finish this today or whatever. But I've already finished this. 4 stars. I do wish that people got punched and killed more in these. Like, specifically, the Dudleys. I watched all the movies multiple times, so I knew that the Dudleys weren't great people, but they are way more abusive in the books, and I didn't know that. And for a book that has murder and killings and things like that, I find it interesting that they don't do that to people who actually deserve it. So, like, I do wish the Dudleys to die. Because they allowed their son to physically abuse a child for 11 years. He barely ate the amount he was supposed to. Obviously, he lived under the stairs, which everybody knows about. It's a lot. And I hate it with a passion, having to read it. And it was sad. So, yeah. But that's all I have to really update you on. I'm going live today for some reading sprints, and I will continue to read Twisted Love, hopefully to finish it today. I got a lot more books off of Libby, because a couple came off of hold, and some were randomly available, so I was like, oh, let's do this. So, first and foremost, I still have Drums of Autumn, which is book 4 in the Outlander series. I still have that one. I have 15 days left on that one. Then I gave back and re-got Gone Wolf by Anne McBride because I had a couple days left and I was like, I could re-up. I borrowed this book right here, which is At the Fountain of Creation, which is the second and final book in the fantasy novella series by Toby. And I really enjoyed book 1. I gave it 5 stars. So here's book 2. It was available to read already, so I got it. Then I got a book that just looked interesting because it was a Instagram post about like black fantasy or black romantasy or something like that. And it's called A Wolf Steps in Blood, and it looks great. Oh, sapphic black fantasy or romantasy, I don't remember which one. And I was like, oh. And then I got Reforged, which is not sapphic, I think it's gay. And I think that's fantasy as well, but I don't remember. I borrowed that. And I also borrowed Soulless, which I watch Carrie Can Read, and she recommended it, so I was like, oh, I'll try that one. And then I have Twisted Love. And then something that just came off of hold. Where is it? Oh, right there. The Da Vinci Code just came off hold. Now this one right here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and I believe 5 of the Dan Brown series. I read 1, obviously. I'm about to read book 2 soon, and if I don't enjoy that one more than I enjoyed book 1, I'll be getting rid of all of them. And it's the same thing with Twisted Love. It's fine right now. It's nothing. There's nothing bad going on. Again, I've only read like 55 pages, so it's fine. But yeah, it's nothing special right now. So it's just like, if it's nothing special to me, do I need to read books 2, 3, and 4, which I own? So we'll see about it. We'll see if I like it enough. But yeah, that's all the updates I have for you. I'm gonna go live in 3 hours, and I'll see you there if you go. Bye. Okay, so I just finished my stream about 15 minutes ago, and I just finished Twisted Love. So that's officially done, and I'm gonna return it. Manage loan, return early. Boom. It's back. Let me get my flowers, of course. Thank you. Period. So I finished 2 books in one day. Which is good. I haven't done that in a minute. And we're both pretty thick books. One was over 300. Well, both were over 300 pages. One was like 309, and one was like 350, 340. And who knew that when you read early and you read throughout the day, you can finish a book? Who knew? So that's 2 books done in one day. I feel very accomplished. I don't think I'll start another one. I'm gonna go upstairs, eat dinner, have fun, you know. But out of the books I have on my Libby, 4 of them are physical TBR books. Well, I've reached my goal. I'm trying to read 10 books a month for my physical TBR, and this makes 10. So very happy about that. Out of this stack of 10, 2 of them will be getting unhauled, so that's also good, making room. And yeah, but the 4 that I still have is for my physical TBR on my Libby is At the Fountain of Creation, Gone Wolf, Drums of Autumn, and the Da Vinci Code, which I just got today. So but I think the next one will be At the Fountain of Creation, and maybe Gone Wolf. Meet those 2 tomorrow. Start with those tomorrow. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, I'm gonna go upstairs to eat dinner. Bye. I'm back from the library. I was there for a little, like 2 hours before I went to go get some Dunkin', and then there. So first I read almost 100 pages, 99 pages to be exact. Well, actually 100, because I finished this 100 pages into At the Fount of Creation. This book is 212 pages, so I'm almost halfway through, and it's really good so far. This is book 2 to The Shadow of the Wind. What is it called? That's not the one. In the Shadow of the Fall. That's what it's called. I was like, what is this called? That was a really good book. I gave it 5 stars. This is book 2. This is the second and final book in the series. So I read 100 pages while I was there. Time for a book haul. A library book haul. First, I have to get out of this thing of only reading books that are very popular only if I buy them. Because it's like, what if I don't like them? What if they're fine, but it's not something I want to own and put on my shelves? I have to get out the habit. So I'm trying to read more popular books that are on Kindle or through the library or through Libby or through borrowing it, just in case. And then I could write it on that long list in my note tab of books that I want to physically own, right? So here are some popular books. Some are not popular, some I just got recommended to me. First, I have A Deadly Education. This is by Naomi Novik. And I've heard a lot of things about this. I've heard a lot of things about her other series as well. And I just wanted to read it. I was like, I might as well read it here first to see if I like it. Then I have No One Was Supposed to Die at This Wedding. This is by Catherine Mack. I read book 1. I own book 1. And I enjoyed it. And so here is book 2 to that. So I'm very excited. Next, I have While Justice Sleeps by Stacey Abrams. I've wanted to read a Stacey Abrams. What is it? Is it romance suspense or is it just like suspense thriller? I don't know for sure. But Karen Slaughter, Nora Roberts, Lisa Gardner. I've read from all 3 of them. So yeah, I want to also read the new book that came out between James Patterson and Viola Davis. I'll be looking for that. And then I got First Grave on the Right. This is a book I got recommended to me because of TikTok. I did a TikTok video about urban fantasies, which is like one of my favorite genres ever. I have a whole 3 shows for it, and they were like recommending me stuff, and she came up a couple of times. So I was looking for some of the other ladies who came up. I saw their books there, but not the ones that you guys recommended me, so I left them. Or they didn't have book 1 of the series that you guys recommended me, because Urban Fantasies love a good series, and I love a good series, so I don't mind. But this is, can you see it? It's the plastic from the library. But First Grave on the Right. And I just thought this would be fun and interesting, so I got this as well. My Libby has a lot of holds on it, but I also put all of my ARCs on my Kindle. But I was going to read those at the library because one of them is less than 30 pages. So I was like, oh, but it didn't transfer over to my iPad. It was only on my phone, and I don't like reading Kindle on my phone, so it pissed me off. Whatever. So I'm gonna read 1 or 2 of those today, or try to. I'm gonna finish this first, and then I'm gonna read one of those arcs that I got a long time ago, and then I'm going to start on the arc that I have to have a review for by the end of the month and beginning of April, and then I'm gonna read the other 2 arcs that I got more recently, because it was like towards the end of last year, beginning of this year that I got them. But those are longer, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna finish that one first. And yeah, I'm ending this vlog on Sunday most likely, because y'all, I have this out by Thursday. Boom. I also finished Twisted Love last night, which you guys probably heard about. I believe y'all heard about, and I gave it a 4-star. It was good. I actually liked it more than I thought I would. So I will continue with the series, I guess. I have all of them, so I'm going to regardless. And yeah, that's it for right now. Hopefully later tonight, me and Mom didn't get to watch our obligatory episode of The Walking Dead, and we started season 4 review. So we're just trying to finish shows that we've started together, but also like, you know, we didn't watch it because I had reading sprints, and she was trying to finish a book, and she was also doing like school stuff. So I think we're gonna watch those tonight, maybe more than one because it's Saturday. And yeah, get into it. Okay, bye. it's the next day. I think I already told you guys that I finished at the fount of, what is it called? I don't know what it's called. At the fount of something. And today I wanted to focus on, I finished At the Fount of whatever, the book I was reading at the library. And I also read an arc that was like a novella, maybe even a novelette, that I had for quite a long time. So today I'm focusing on another arc, which is called Frostbitten. I'm focusing on that one and maybe another arc, but I also maybe want to focus on a library book as well, because I have so many things on my Libby. But I also put the arcs on my Kindle, which I didn't realize I could do, and I was so happy I could. So now I can finally read them the way I want to read them. So yeah, I'm about to read Frostbitten, and I just finished doing an everything shower. So I exfoliated, I shaved. The only things I didn't do is my hair, because it's in braids, and I didn't shave my face. That's because I didn't feel like looking for a face razor, because my mustache is getting out of hand, and then like my sideburns area is getting out of hand. But I'll do that another day. So I'm gonna start Frostbitten right now, and maybe another arc, but also maybe just a book in general, because I have 4 library books. I thought I saw a bug. Oh girl, this fan is is making things move. But yeah, I'm about to start Frostbitten, and then I'm also going to start some other stuff. Well, but we'll see what I start. I don't know. Hello. So I was just continuing reading Frostbitten. I kind of don't like it. I'm just bored, and I know it's gonna be a 3-star, and I made myself a promise, like, if a book is gonna be a 3-star, and I would unhaul it regardless after I finish reading it, I would, DNF it. But it's an arc, so it's not really like a DNFing problem, to be honest. But I was supposed to give a review for it, and but it's giving 3-star, and the book isn't that long. It's 260 pages, and I read around 60 pages, and usually I read 50, and depending on how big the book is. So if it's like a 300 page book, I read about 50 pages to see if I want to continue or not. If it's longer, like close to a 1,000 page book, I'm gonna give it obviously more. And I'm just like, yeah, I don't really care. So I think I'm gonna DNF it, which is like not good, but it's good for me because I can move on to a different book. I have many a book I would like to read, but I wanted to update my spreadsheets. I haven't updated since March 11th, and it is the 22nd, so it's 22 days, and the last book on here is a DNF. Also, Goodreads has a new thing where they have a DNF feature on their Goodreads, and so I'm gonna add all my DNFs to the Goodreads shelf, and then I'm gonna update my, what is this called, my spreadsheet for the books I've read in 2026. And now I'm gonna look at my library spreadsheet to see if I already updated this, but I think I already updated this. You see how long I'm scrolling? You hear that scrolling? Okay, I've already updated this one. Period. I have all the books here. I just don't. They're not updated. But yeah, they're all here. Okay, so yeah, update the spreadsheet, update my Goodreads, DNF this book. But again, I think I would give it a 3. I just don't have much my time to give it a 3. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Also, I think this is gonna be the last day of the vlog because I've been vlogging for a while, and this video goes up on Thursday and it's Sunday. So yeah, so this is the last day of the vlog. I started a rewatch of Nikita. I haven't watched it in years, I think before COVID, but it's one of my favorite TV shows of all time. I made my mother sit down and watch episode 1. I don't know if she liked it or not, but I'm on episode 4 or 5, and it's a rewatch, but again, I haven't watched it in so long, but I love this show so much. It's like a comfort watch, so I don't really have to be actually paying attention. But I also started watching Hannah, the TV show. I didn't start it. I started it in 2025, and I got to season 2, halfway through season 2, and I just stopped. That's the thing with me in shows, when they get close to the end, I just stop them before they end. But now I'm on season 3. There's only 6 episodes of season 3, and I'm on episode 2 or 3, so I can finish that soonish. So let's update my spreadsheets a little bit, and then we'll move on to a different book. Hello everyone, it's time to wrap up this vlog. It is Monday, the 23rd. This video comes out on Thursday, so I thought it was time to wrap it up so I could have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to edit it. What books have I read since I started this one? I don't know. It's been years in my opinion, but I think during this vlog I've read The Voyager, The Kingmaker, A Shining, Minion, Dear Justice, Twisted Love, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, At the Fount of Creation, One Way Ticket to Earth, Frostbitten, The Ark, and last night I started First Grave on the Right, and I am loving this book. Yesterday I DNF'd Frostbitten, but I also started this one, and I am loving it. It really does give Mercy Thompson vibes. Like, it's the wit, the way she talks to people, but also I have the audiobook. I started the audiobook. And the audiobook of the Patricia Briggs books is Lorelai King, who also is narrating this. And I'm very happy, very excited about it. I'm loving it. I'm truly loving it. I'm very excited. I feel like this is gonna be a new favorite series of mine, cause so far I got 91 pages in, and I am loving it. Like, I don't even know what else to say. I'm loving it. I'm reading at a quicker pace this month than I did in February, so I think I'm gonna pass my February thing. But I also did reach my goal of 10 physical TBR books read per month. I read a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. As of recording this, 11, and I still have over a week left of March, so I feel like I could read a couple more at least. And my Libby holds are indeed growing. Right after I finish this video, I'm transferring all of this to the computer so I can start a new one. But yeah, I feel better about my reading right now. Hopefully that doesn't bite me in the behind. But I have so many things on my Libby that'll probably be in the next vlog. Anyways. Oh, another book just became available to borrow. Oh my god. Ooh, Capone, which was the last thing. Did they get like unlimited copies? Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Anyway, so now I have more than that. I have Capone by Jaquel J. I have First Grave on the Right, which I'm reading now, which I'm enjoying and loving. I have Reforged by Seth Haddon, which is a fantasy romance, I believe. I have A Wolf Steps in Blood by Tamara Jarrett, which is a sapphic paranormal fantasy, I believe. I have Gone Wolf by Amber McBride. I have Drums of Autumn by Deanna Gabaldon. I have Honey Witch by Sydney J. Shields. I have The Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown. I have Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets by J.K. Slurs here. I have Emma by Jane Austen. This is a reread to see if I want to keep it on my shelves. I have While Justice Sleeps by Stacey Abrams. I have Real Life by Brandon Taylor. I have No One Was Supposed to Die at This Wedding by Catherine Mack. So those are all the books I have in my Libby for me to read. And I have a stack of books that's over there on my side table that I should try to read this week. Very excited about it. Let's talk about the shows / movies that I did this week or just done recently. So I'm still in the middle of The Closer, but I haven't really watched much since the last time I talked to you about the show. I'm pretty sure I've watched like 1 or 2 episodes. I did finish Ballard with Maggie Q. Only season 1 is out, so I've technically finished the show, but I think they got renewed for a second season, which I'm very excited about, very happy about. I really enjoyed that show. I also started my rewatch of Nikita, which I told you guys about. Last time I watched it was before COVID, I believe, and I'm enjoying it. That also has Maggie Q in it. I'm very much enjoying that. Me and my mom are still on our Walking Dead journey. We are on season 10, episode 11, and we're on our You journey. We're on season 4, episode 7 or 8, and that's my main watching journey. I haven't watched a movie, but there's a movie that just got on Netflix that we were going to go see in the movie theaters that we didn't. So I think we're going to watch that soon. 2. One is on Prime, one is on Netflix. So that we're going to watch in the movie theaters and we didn't. So yeah. And let's see. What I've been listening to lately. Here's my listening. I love the singles from Ray's new album isn't even out yet. This May Contain Hope. Click Clack Symphony and Nightingale Lane. I have been loving them with a passion, and I love the production she has on her music. I've been loving her for a while now, for years at this point, but I love that she loves an actual choir and band, and band not as in like just guitar and drum, but like an orchestra. She loves an orchestra, and I love that because I love that type of stuff. Ballads and orchestras and all those things go hand in hand in my brain chemically, and she's doing it. But Click Clack Symphony, the ending, having Hans Zimmer as a feature on your album is crazy. Okay, so I've been listening to a lot of that. I've been listening to a lot of Don Toliver. I don't listen to a lot of rap from the mid 2000s and beyond, honestly, because I fixed a lot of mumble rapping, a lot of auto-tune, and a lot of derogatory things towards women, which has always been in rap, but I listen to more old school rap than new school rap. But I heard Don Toliver's song, I was like, this is pretty good, so I listened to the entire album. And he has auto-tune, and he has like loud bass like that, and I love it. It's not too much. He's not mumbling. He's talking about loving women. I think he's just a fun rapper. So E85, obviously, is one of my faves, but also I really like Sweet Home in that album, but I really enjoyed that entire album. And then I've been listening to a lot of Tweak by Girl Set, which, hello. And then I found a new artist who I believe is English, but I don't know. Yeah, he's English, and his name is SD Kid, and there's something about his voice that's just so like addicting. But I like his song Four Raws and Phantom, and I really enjoy it. So those are the songs I'm listening to right now. Yeah. And I think that's all I have to say to you guys. Hopefully, because this is a long vlog. Anyways, thank you for joining me on this adventure for however many days it was. I always try to keep track and it never works out. But I had a great time with you guys, and I love making these vlogs, and I love that you guys love me making these vlogs. And I will see you guys in my next video. I hope you have an amazing, top tier, no DNFs, all 5-star reads, new lovely picks from the library that you're happy to go to visit your library to get reading day, week, month, or year. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.